And we're back. Thank you for your patience, and thanks for joining us tonight. It's been a close game here with Seaside leading 7-4. Seaside with a very balanced attack with 6 players getting themselves on the board. Complete opposite story for SFV, as number 6, Yarith Ramirez, has scored all 4 goals by herself. I say by herself, but it's not a one-man team. They have to pass her the ball still, and they're doing a good job of it. Goalie with the ball. Advancing all the way into the front court, passing it off to the right, and sprinting back to the cage. Yari again in there in the middle with the ball, looking to take the shot. She does, but she puts it over the cage. Dark doing a good job of controlling the clock there and using their entire shot clock. White with the ball, with some space. A great pass by number 14. But number 4 couldn't quite control the shot. That was Emily Ferguson on the shot. Callaghan Brown on the pass. A good look. And then Dark runs out the clock with the last shot of the quarter, and it falls short. So at half, we have Seaside leading the game 7-4. As I mentioned earlier in the game, we've seen White sub several times with 4 or 5 players, keeping their players fresh. Dark, on the other hand, with not as many subs. You can see they're just not in as good of a shape as White team, and it's going to start to show here in this second half. We are at Kearns Ochre Park Fitness Center tonight. For those of you tuning in from out of state, Kearns is a suburb to the southwest of Salt Lake City, about 15 miles southwest of Salt Lake City. We have great facilities here. We're playing in an Olympic-sized pool with a warm-up area on either end. It's great for the teams, and it's great for the schedule. We are next door to the Utah Olympic Skating Oval, where back in 2002 the Winter Olympic speed skating was held. And we're back. Halftime is just about running out. Dark, despite being a smaller team and being in not quite as good a shape, is keeping this game very close, very competitive. They are a team that is hustling after the ball, getting second chances, and doing everything they can to keep this a close game, and it's working for them. Dark team with the cheer. They'll leave their corner first. And they'll go to line up. Number 6, Yarith Ramirez, Yari as they call her, taking position next to the cage. We'll see how many more she can get in this half, tallying 4 goals in the first half. All 4 goals that SFV has scored. White now leaving their corner, lining up. They won the first 2 sprints easily. I suspect they'll take the third here as well. Referee has the ball, has the whistle, and there it is. And we're underway. 10 White controls the sprint. White with the ball in the backcourt, advancing. They're looking into their center all game long. Great post-up play by number 4. A backhand attempt that actually found its way to the corner. The goalie had a good read on it, and she pulled that down with 2 hands. Goalie is the only player in the game who is allowed to touch the ball with 2 hands. And we've got a ball under call, which puts it back to the White team, and we're going the underway. An offensive player is not allowed to bring the ball under the water to protect it or to keep it. And that is number 4 on the counterattack off the turnover. As I was saying, the offensive player is not allowed to bring the ball under the water. And oftentimes, you will see the defensive player put their hand on top of the offensive player's hand and force that ball under the water. It's a common defensive play. That earns a ball under call, which is what happened there. Dark in control now, having the ball. 6 passes it to number 7, Montserrat Maldonado, and it's taken away. She just did not have the legs. And a pass that goes just a little too far finds its way into the Dark goalie's hands. SFV has the ball. Deep outlet to number 10, puts up a wild shot and misses wide left. White goalie now with the ball, has it up. Outlets deep to the left side. Number 4 has it, puts it into center. Goalie comes out again, and number 7, Montserrat Maldonado, comes down for the steal. Dark has the ball. They're moving quickly. They're playing hard. Despite not, the deep shot just finds its way off the crossbar, nearly snuck its way in. Not something you see very often, but hey, you got to take shots if you want to score goals. Nicole Van Leeuwen to my right knows that. In her days playing at Kearns, she shot the ball anytime she felt like it. But to her credit, most of the times it went in. Another pass into the center. Defense is all over it. Goalie takes it away. And 15 White fouls trying to recover. Dark will have the ball. There is no penalty for an ordinary foul, except having to back up for a few seconds. You are allowed unlimited ordinary fouls in this game. 15 White with the shot from about 5 meters, puts it wide right. Dark will take control of the ball. Up on the right side, both teams looking tired now. Number 7, Montserrat, will advance the ball. She has it up. She likes to shoot, but she gets it taken away. Nope, she's fighting for it. She took it right back. What a great effort. And the ref called a foul. And an errant pass by the White team puts it back into the Dark team's hands. SFV with the ball again. Advancing it up to Montserrat. She has the ball up. Will she shoot it? Not this time. It is foul by number 4, Emily Ferguson. She takes the ball back, passes it into her own backcourt, back up to number 11. That's Madison Malish with the shot again over the top of the cage. They are not afraid to shoot, but they're taking shots from 10 or 11 meters. Those shots have a very low probability of going in. White, on the other hand, getting the ball very close to the cage, and that will be number 4, Emily Ferguson, with her 3rd goal of the game. Both teams getting a much-needed substitution here. SFV needs it a little more than Seaside, as they have not had as much rest. Whistle starts the play, and SFV will advance the ball in the goalie's hands. Deep to the right side to Yarith Ramirez, their big player. Number 9, Rebecca, will drive down, but the defense cuts it off. She spins to the ball side and gets the pass from Yarith and loses it. 2 White. Kayla Rhodes swims from the other side of the pool to steal it and passes it up the pool to number 11, Revere Schmidt, on a breakaway. She gets the ball up and puts it off the bar. Goalie scooping that out of the net just in the nick of time and swims it out to the side safely. Good awareness there by the goalie. That is Hayden Longwell. I'm joined here on my left by Coach Seth Hughes of Kearns Water Polo. Boys and girls both played games tonight. Some great efforts. The girls nearly took one there from 6-8 Water Polo. Any thoughts on that game?
I thought our girls definitely played very hard. Our girls and our boys both were excited for the tournament, and they came in and just really put an A-list effort. So I was really proud of them. Hopefully we can improve as the weekend goes on.
What do you think? Let's talk about your boys' team first. We have an exclusion here, 15 White. Dark will put the ball back in their own backcourt and look to set up their their power play safely. What do you hope your boys can improve on most for their next game?
Big one for our boys is awareness. Here in Utah, it seems like the game operates a little bit slower than in other parts of the country, and so as we're playing more teams from out of state, I'm really excited for our boys to gain a better understanding of the game and just really be able to expect what's going to happen and anticipate the things that are going to happen in the game.
Absolutely, and what a great opportunity for it. Would you say that on average, in the before time, of course, before COVID, these teams coming into California have probably at this point in their life have played 5 times as many games as our local boys?
Oh, yeah, 100%, at least 5 times as many. California just has so many more opportunities than out here in Utah.
They sure do. Now, it doesn't mean that we don't have the talent. We sure do have some talented players here. They just there's not much you can do when you're only playing 20% of the games that the other team is.
Exactly.
So hopefully they'll get some great experience out of this. Your girls, on the other hand, looked strong and comfortable, and they I mean, most of that game they were in control. They were in the lead. You had a great effort from number 7, Camilla Hatch, who may have been the player of the game. What are your thoughts on the girls' game?
I was just really proud of how hard the girls fought. That's really what we live for as coaches, are those close games. As I was saying, that's really just what we live for, are those close games. And so I was really proud of our girls that they were able to fight. One thing we need to improve on the weekend is just our finishing. We need to make sure that fourth quarter we're coming in strong and really trying to fight for that win.
I hope they do. That was a great start, and I think they're just going to get better. I want to also point out Ashley Larson, who had a great effort in center. I played center, and you did as well, and she had some really strong moves there, earning a penalty, earning an exclusion, and scoring a couple goals herself.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, Ashley absolutely just killed it that game. She's one of our definitely biggest players, and she has a real impact on the game, which makes it really easy for our outside shooters and our drivers to get some easy goals. So, I mean, her value can't be understated. She really does a great job.
Absolutely. And for those who don't really, who maybe are new to the sport of water polo, having a great center like Ashley Larson does more than just what the stat sheets show. When she has position like she did most of that game, it draws the defenders from the perimeter down, which makes it a lot easier for those perimeter players to make passes and take great shots, which we did a lot of the game. I say we. I played here at Kearns, but I'm a neutral sportscaster. And that's number 16 White with another goal. That is 16 White, Abigail Baker with her first goal of the contest, putting Seaside out 11-4. We also missed a goal by Malia Penman during that conversation. So you mentioned awareness. In what aspect of the game does awareness have its biggest impact?
Ooh, that's a great question. The thing that comes to mind immediately for me is the transition. Going from offense to defense or defense to offense, also known as the counterattack. I think awareness pays dividends there. It's such a huge part of the game, because if you can get a stroke or a 2-stroke lead on the person you're defending, that ends up most times being a goal, an ejection, or a 5-meter on the other end. That's kind of what just happened a lot in the boys' game. We were beaten by a stroke or two, and it just ended up costing us at the end of the game.
Great insight there. Great insight there. It definitely seemed to be going that way. Atos just seemed to almost know in advance what was going to happen.
Yeah,
because they were watching the game that closely, and it's just that they've played 5 times as much as the local teams here.
Exactly. Experience pays off.
It sure does. So we are at the end of the third quarter, and it's Seaside in control here, 11-4. As I said, the fact that Seaside has 3 times as many players as SFV is finally taking its toll here, and SFV just can't keep up as Seaside is putting away counterattack after counterattack.
That was pretty big.
Yeah, that's true. And we're back. And that's Seaside winning the sprint easily for the 4th time. They've been the faster team since the beginning, and they're only getting faster as the game gets on. Of course, really, that's the Dark team getting slower because they're so tired. Ball on the one side, 12 with the ball side drive, looking to put the ball into her, and she does. She has it. She tries to step out, but the defense smothers her. Ref bails her out with a foul. I didn't agree, but I'm not the one with the whistle. So White has the ball, passes it up to 5. That's number 5 at the 4 spot. Attacking, sliding, shooting, blocked by number 7, but with a shot. That's a shot clock reset, and White will regain control with a fresh shot clock. If they're not scoring the goal, that's the second best outcome they could hope for. A pass a little over the top down to the 5. 16 has to swim after it. 15 seconds left in the shot clock. She brings it back up to the top. 5 attacking again, putting it to the middle. An ill-advised pass as there were 3 defenders in the area. They easily take it. 3 swims it through 2 defenders who weren't paying attention, and she has the ball. Advancing the ball up the right side to their big player, Yarth Ramirez. She'll try to take her defender one-on-one. Instead gets the foul. Brings the ball inside 6 meters, so she's not able to shoot. Passes it back out, right back to her. They need a goal, and so they're going to her hard. She earns the exclusion. That is 7 White, Malaya Penman on the exclusion. And Dark will have their 3rd power play opportunity of the game. They have the ball back to Yarith. She's looking to 7 White open on the post. Great shot, but better block. As the goalie holds it up. 3 trying to swim after it, but very rare will they ever be able to steal it from the goalie, and she doesn't there. White retains possession, puts it into number 13, Vismaya Hohenwohl, swimming in from the corner. Advancing the ball. Look, they're calling for the weak. They put it on the weak side. Dry catch. Doesn't look at the cage. Spins out to the right side. Earns the foul. Has the ball. She's looking. Puts it up to number 5 at the 3. Has the ball. She's looking. Puts the ball down in the water. Nowhere to pass to. Great pressure from number 3. She's really going after the ball hard. She wants it, and she runs out the shot clock. She puts the ball live. She's going to take the shot. And it goes in off the goalie's hands. That's number 3 off the turnover, putting the ball in play and taking the shot all by herself. One of the recent rule changes this year is that after a foul, you must put the ball in play immediately, and then you're able to shoot it as long as you're outside 6 meters. While we have Seth here, Seth, what do you think about these new rule changes? We didn't get a chance to play with them much in the spring because we had to shut everything down, but now that we've had water polo going for a few months and we've been able to see how these rules affect the flow of the game, what are your thoughts?
You know, I really like the changes that these new rules bring. One thing about them is that they really promote offense, and that just makes it a lot more fun for the people watching and the people involved. I'm an offensively minded player, being a center, and so I'm always looking to score more goals, and I'm looking for other people to score more goals, and so it just makes the game a lot more fun for me. I really enjoy it.
I agree. Scoring goals is fun. And that is number 6 trying to score her 5th, but barely misses it off the bar. So that rule is... it really does help the shooters. You can get fouled, and you can still take the direct shot, is what the rules call it, but once you put it in play, you can attack and fake and do all you want and still shoot the ball. It really has sped up the game. Passing it to number 12 in the middle for the wide open shot, and she puts it to the left side. That's number 12, Shea Herndon, with her first goal of the game. I know. And we're back. Number 4 with the foul. She's got to put the ball in play. She does. There's many ways to put the ball in play. You can pass the ball, which puts it in play immediately. And we're passing it to the middle. 7 with the backhand. Flashy shot, but really hard to aim, and that one goes right to the goalie's hands. After a foul, you can pass the ball to put it in play, or you can simply toss it up in the air to yourself if there's nobody to pass to. Number 9, White, turns the corner. That's Isabella DeAngelis. She spins back out. Number 9 fouls her. She's got the ball. She looks left, tries to put it all the way across the pool, but number 3 hops in the way and steals the ball. That's Emily Hernandez with a great lunge and steal. And we have SSV going the other way. They are tired. It is late in the game, and they have played hard. They are struggling getting into their own front court, but number 7 fighting hard with the ball. Gets fouled, passes it back out. Up top to number 3 with the wild shot. Doesn't quite make it to the cage. And we'll take a quick break here as Seaside has called a timeout.
Adam, you should start a podcast.
I'm also joined here on my left by Hannah Piercy. Hannah Piercy played here at Kearns in her high school years, earning MVP honors her senior year, leading her team to a championship. From there, she went to play 2 years at Golden West. Hannah, at Riverside Community College. My apologies there. Hannah, tell us where you're at now.
Yeah, so I'm actually transferring to Cal State East Bay for the next 2 years, and looking forward to all this, the new rules, and getting ready to play and getting ready to transfer.
Now,
so.
remind me, in college, are you adopting all the new rules?
Yeah, so we are adopting all the new rules. I'm still a little fuzzy on what those are exactly, but we're getting ready to play, so we'll get in there and get all the new rules. So.
What did to any players listening or any parents who might have players who are thinking about playing in college, what advice would you have for them? You played 2 years at Riverside Community College. You were a successful player. You helped them make it to the championship game. What advice would you have for those parents or players who are listening?
You know, I think that a lot of times kids who are going to play in college, they don't have the confidence. They think that they're not good enough to play. But I am here to tell you, coming from Utah, that you are good enough to play. There are a lot of kids that you will be good enough to play on, and you just have to have the confidence to do it. And everyone there will be supportive and help you out throughout the process. So that's my advice.
Great advice. Thank you, Hannah.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Oh, happy to have you here. Off the timeout, White ran a pick play. You don't see those very often. But they ran an up pick play. Unfortunately, it was nullified because the Dark team was dropping, which took away the advantage of the pick, but they still ended up with a shot from the outside. Dark regaining control here on their counterattack with a fresh shot clock. A minute left, down by 7. I think the game's out of reach, but we'll see what they can do to finish this game. Referee calling the ball out of the pool. The ball went out of bounds, which was the call the referee made. When the ball goes out of bounds, the team must take the ball in the corner and is awarded a corner throw. The offensive team was a little slow to realize that, so the ref called the ball out of the pool just to help them out. Ball is up at the top now. Number 3, Emily Hernandez with it. Passes it down to the 5. That's number 9, Rebecca with the ball. Looking back up to Emily Hernandez. She loves to shoot. She puts it to number 6, Yarith, their strong player. She's got a foul. She's got the shot. She puts it away to the left corner. That's Yarith Ramirez with her 5th goal of the game.
Those are our next games tomorrow.
And White with the ball here. We've got 35 seconds left. We're coming into the last possession of the game. An errant pass down into the dark. Yarith Ramirez steals it, and they're going to go on the offensive to try to get one last goal out of this game. Yarith has the ball. She's looking. She passes it up to Emily Hernandez. She passes it back out to number 4, Yasmin Zelig. She has the ball. She's looking. 13 seconds left. Back to Yarth Ramirez, a little over the pass. She swims to it, regains control. She's advancing. She's working. She's muscling her way down to the 6 meter. She gets up for the shot, and she puts it off the crossbar and out of bounds. 1 second left. The team must put the ball in play. The clock will run out, and that will be the game. So at the end of 4 quarters, a great effort from both teams. Seaside ends up with the victory, 12-6. But big props to SFV, San Fernando Valley, who played with far fewer subs and played hard all game long. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's been great having Seth Hughes and Hannah Piercy here. It's been great having Jessica Fulmer and Nicole Van Leeuwen run the clock. They did a great job. Thanks to Brad Piercy for providing this facility for us to play some great water polo. Brad, any words for our listeners? He can't hear me. He's pretty old.